Welcome guys! Recently I've explained in detail to you guys on how to use the scope of the VSS sniper rifle and the crossbow. These scopes are great examples of why understanding the theory behind the weaponry actually makes incredibly good sense in PLAYERUNKNOWN Battlegrounds. I love this stuff, I simply can't get enough of it, and many of you guys have asked me to take a look at the 4X ACOG scope, so I decided to do just that. What I found though was quite disturbing, as my expectations were high based on the other scopes I had previously analyzed. The 4X scope has severe inconsistencies at longer ranges, but I'm sure this will get fixed and perhaps this video will contribute to that. Nevertheless, I decided to make this guide anyway to show you guys how you can land shots with an AKM using the 4X scope on distances of up to 800 meters with superb precision. Also, the scope does have range-finding capabilities. I've not yet verified the quality of this nor the usability, so range-finding will not be part of this video. Expect to see the theoretically correct aiming points of the scope, the actual working aiming points in Pubg, and my advice on how to use the scope as it currently is. The ACOG scope is supposed to work like this, using a standard zeroing distance of 100 meters. The tip represents the point of impact at 100 meters of distance. The inside of the triangle represents the point of impact at 200 meters of distance, and the tip of the line is where the bullet will hit at 300 meters of distance. Then we have 400, 500, 600, 700 and 800 meters of distance. But testing this several times with the help of my good friend Danish Leprechaun, I found that the current working aiming points of the scope using an AKM is like this. Notice how the distance increments twice as fast as it's supposed to. A claim like this requires evidence, and this is the footage of the distance test using the AKM. This was verified by repeating the test 2 times. At 300 meters of distance, using the tip of the line while aiming at the center of the body will hit the target without any problems. At 400 meters of distance, using the original 400 meter mark will work and the bullet hits the target. It even looks as the bullet hits slightly higher than expected, but this might be due to the nature of the blood spatter. At 500 meters, things starts to get weird, as I now have to aim between the 400 and 500 meter line in order to hit my target. At 600 meters of distance, I'm aiming using the 500 meter mark, and as you can see, the bullet perfectly hits the target. At 700 meters of distance, aiming using the 500 meter mark works to hit the target exactly where I aim it. And finally, the 800 meter long shot. Using the 600 meter mark, the bullet strikes the target with ease, evidently showing that the scope is currently misaligned. So if you're going to use the AKM with a 4X scope between 0 to 300 meters, I would advise simply aiming using the top area of the scope as marked to the right while aiming for the center of the body. This will ensure consistency in damage while sacrificing some precision that you may not have due to the current state of the scope. At 300 to 800 meters, you should replace the 6 with an 8 to be able to hit long-range shots with the AKM. And finally, remember that this exact marking applies to the AKM with 100 meters of zeroing. I have tested this on other assault rifles, and while those are also incorrect at longer distances, the correction is different from the AKM. Now that's all I had for you guys in this video. I hope you liked the content. If you do, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.